Yo guys, what is going on? It is officially November. Hope you're doing super great. Hopefully October was great for you and this month is gonna be killer. Set some goals, write some stuff down, get it going, take action. So I'm here today with a brand new video and I'm coming at you with some updates and some more type of conscientiousness, consciousness, awareness type of information that is probably, I'm gonna say probably gonna help you in your life, because if you do take it, it will definitely help you. But most people unfortunately do not take action, so therefore it will not help. But here, I'm here for those who will take action. So probably turn that into a yes. I'm here to help you guys with this channel. Got some updates coming.
Mud, it's Jeffrey, I just landed. Man, it's not romantic.
Okay, so this channel, Jeffrey Alai, you can see the name of the channel down below. That is me, Jeffrey. So that channel, this focus is going to be awareness, consciousness, anything that can help you in your mental state and propel you forward in life if you take action upon it. That is what this channel is going to be. You can see with some of my other videos, as of late, they're not all that. And that's because I was just experimenting, but I have decided now that I'm gonna have a new channel for the fun things that I'm doing. And not that this isn't fun, but this is a little bit more focused and stuff that I want you guys to pay attention to and hopefully find a way to apply to your life. The other thing is gonna be more entertainment, as you can see my last week's video and a couple weeks before. I've done some intermingling with those types of contents, but now I'm figuring that I want to have it in one direction for each channel. No affiliation to the band or anything, but we're here with this channel. Today we're gonna be talking about abundance and why you're gonna be able to do so much more if you set your mind to things, when you realize that no one's here trying to take stuff away from you if you're giving it out there. Okay guys, like I said, with the channel breakoffs, I'm gonna get into that real quick. So this channel, it is staying. Not that it was going anywhere, except for up. We're going up. Yeah, so we're going up. This channel, Jeffrey Alai, staying strong, motivational content, other stuff like that. Today I'm going to be talking about abundance, but real quick, let me give it a shout out to the new channel at Get the Wiz.
Mud, it's Jeffrey, I just landed. Man, it's not romantic.
So that channel is going to be fresh with content like my last week's footage and like footage Big Boolin in September. If you haven't seen those videos, the link is in the description. They might also pop up down below, but they don't have too many views, so I don't know how well YouTube's algorithm is treating me yet, but we're still new on the scene, so I'm not really worried about that, really questioning. I'm just here to bring you guys a video that I like making because I believe it will help you in your future if you can apply it.
Most people have never harnessed their fear, and so that fear causes them, as he says, they're made to suffer. Most people's life is one of suffering. They're not in abundance. They're in scarcity.
As we can see or hear, depending on how that video was that I inserted, could be audio, who knows. Anyway, as we can see, most people, they say 90% of the people aren't even gonna take the free advice, the free stuff that people give out and apply it to their lives. This kind of makes me think about like reading a book and not doing anything about it, in which a lot of people have done, in which I still currently do. I'm working on it, and that has to do with producing versus consuming. So real quick, let's just talk about if I'm reading a book, and you know, this is a super great book, right? See if I can find a book real quick here. We got this book, Rich Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant, Robert Kiyosaki. Anyway, take this book, for example, we're looking at it and we're saying, man, you know, all this stuff is really great. I'm gonna make a video on this book later actually, just because, like I said, applying versus just consuming. You can apply some of this stuff, this right here, EBSI, super good, then you'll be a lot more successful. But 90% of the people aren't gonna take any of the information they hear and apply it. So back to reading the book analogy. If you're reading the book and like, wow, oh, this is a great book, man, this is all great information, I really like this. That's great, you can like it all you want, but if you're not taking that information and finding a way to personalize it, to make it good for you, then the whole book is useless and you just wasted your time. Because in reality, this is just another way for them to make money. Obviously, there's legacy, influence, branding, a lot of other stuff with making a book, but for the consumer personally, if you're not doing anything with it, then you can see it as a wasted opportunity. Or you can miss that, you can miss that opportunity, but then you can learn from it. So that's what we're talking about here with producing, consuming, and taking action on what you have read or used. So anyway guys, hope you're enjoying the video so far. I'm enjoying the producing side of it. It's always a little bit hard. I don't know if you can tell. Sometimes I get nervous on camera, and I'm really working to kind of just power through that. If I can just like Hulk smash my way through that shit, it'll be a lot better because I can come to you with more clear presented argument. In which brings me to another thing. When you have an argument, you need to be able to see both sides of the argument, and if you can't, then you shouldn't be supporting. Like if you're so thick-headed on one type of viewpoint and you're not seeing the other argument entirely thorough, like if you can't argue the side that you're for as good as to argue the side that you're against, then that's going to be a problem because you don't know what you're arguing against. You need to know both sides just the same if you're going to make an argument. So my argument here, which may be backed up by scientific evidence, I don't know if I can find any, but I'll try to jam some more of that into there. 90% of the people aren't going to take the advice and apply it. They're just going to consume it. Maybe they're not even going to consume it entirely. I do that sometimes. A lot of times it's hard. You got to overcome this. These are the type of things that I'm talking about here that personally, but I know many of my peers, or at least some, have the same issue where they can hear something and it goes through one ear and out the other and they can't apply it. But it is the practice of gradually getting better at something, little steps at a time, with days at a time, and then you can take that with you throughout your life. Because really, guys, nothing happens overnight. You can't just expect one day, oh, I'm super successful, like this is everything that I wanted. Like you're never gonna wake up one day and just be like, yeah, that was it. And maybe you are, maybe you're gonna win the lottery, but those chances are little to none. So if you guys start thinking about what you want and desiring it, if you're desiring it, then your actions have to meet it. And if you can't do that, then there's no reason why your desires should be there. If your actions can't meet your desires, you're just going to be unhappy and unfulfilled. Okay guys, so right now we're talking about abundance. What that is, the dictionary definition will be a very large quantity of something. So let me give you an example of abundance. People on YouTube. There is an abundance of people on YouTube, for example. I don't know how many people as in comparison to Facebook there are. I know there's 2.1 billion on Facebook, which is ridiculous. Okay guys, so just some quick Google stats that I pulled up. There's 1 billion users, 1.8 billion users on YouTube, 1 billion minutes watched every single day. 1/3 of the users on the internet, just like internet users, are on YouTube or have been to YouTube. So that is an extremely abundant population on YouTube. So I'm just saying what up to you guys out there on YouTube, because we got so many of us and we all just the internet gang. Like it's just crazy like how many people, think about it, 15 years ago there was not 1 billion people on the internet. That's just crazy. Like that's a lot of people in 15 years just to hop on the same platform. So what up guys, shout out to the YouTube guys, the gang, everyone on YouTube. So anyway, this video was coming because I had heard doubters, I had heard haters. They were trying to get into my mind. They were trying to tell me, oh, what you're doing on YouTube, there's enough people doing it. Oh, you don't need to do it. Oh, so many people says it. Why don't, if people don't want to hear you, why would they just not listen to Ty Lopez? Well, listen, maybe it wasn't Ty Lopez, maybe it was some other internet influencer that they should be listening to, but hey, those guys are like some top level like entrepreneurs, whatever. I'm not that. What I am is a person who is liking to speak their mind, to present to you clearly what I believe can help you, people around my age group, in their lives. So I'm here bringing that, and I'm putting my own twist on it. So the whole point of the abundance thing, what I wanted to talk about in this video is like, no matter what you are, who you are, what you're bringing to the table, if you are unique and you are an individual and you're not just, you're like not like totally slipstreaming someone else, like you're just copying all of their shit. Like if you're your own person, there's an abundance on YouTube, and this goes for anything. Like there's always space in the market for a new person. You just have to find a new way, some new water to swim in, some new clear ground. There's no shortage of the people who are on YouTube who are going to see what out there. Like I don't know, like I have like what, 50, 60 subscribers. Go check my channel, and I mean, that's 60 people from the world. I mean, some of them obviously I know, right, because I'm a small channel starting out, but the amount of things there for you in your lifetime in 2018, and since we only have a couple months left in 2018, 2019 going forward, so much opportunity, so much abundance, so much marketplace. Like I can't even think about how much there is room to grow for everyone. For there is room to improve, for there's room to share, spread, wake up. Like everyone has a chance to do this on their own. And excuse me, I'm drinking water. I've been out here talking to the camera. Like I said earlier, these videos are not super easy for me to make, but I do enjoy making them because it helps break me out of my comfort zone and explain what I believe, and more importantly, how I can help you guys, because I want to be putting the content forefront for anyone who thinks they're in a similar position, okay? Life is going to give you guys a bunch of challenges, no matter what it is, where you're going, who you are. Now, those challenges that you face are going to be the ones that essentially bring you up. So you face a super hard thing and it's just life-changing. Maybe you haven't had that in your life. Maybe you haven't had like that one breakthrough thing. But when that happens, and I'm telling you guys, if something ever like dramatic happens, there's something, Ty Lopez said, some guy that I follow on the internet, he said, out of the ashes you will rise. And that is true, essentially. And when everything is the worst, when you're broken down, when you're beaten the worst, when you're on the dirt, when you're looking at the play on fourth down, or like you got the last chance, you think everything's like down to the line, like last minute, like you either succeed or you fail and you fall deep. Like it's one of those two, and that's usually the time when you rise out the most, when shit is at the bottom. So if you guys feel like you're in a terrible position, you've never been in a worse position, you're there, then I get that. Like those are the things that you learn from the most. So in every situation, whether good or bad, there's something that you can love about it. And you may not see it and it may be hard for you to accept, but in every situation there's something to be loved, and there's there's something to be grateful for. So love and gratitude will propel you through the darkest times, when you're burning, when you're falling, when you're in the ashes. On the way up, if you lose those things, love and gratitude, then you're going to get hit just as far and you're going to get knocked right back down. So guys, remember that everything is abundant, and whatever you're trying to do in life, whether you're in a tough time, tough position, it doesn't matter. There's going to be room for your success, room for your growth. You just have to put it out there and put in the work and be willing to achieve it. Like I said earlier, there's a huge marketplace, right? Huge. So you just got to go out there and grab it. Doesn't matter how you're feeling that day, what you're tired about, what you're sad for, because in the end, it's the harsh reality. Like nobody really cares. Like you ought to just get it on your own. And I'm not saying I don't want to like advocate for being too much of an individual, because there's no way you're going to get to any amount of success without helping other people. And don't be manipulating people either. That's not good. Don't be, Machiavellian. Don't be, like one of those schemy mofos, because that's not going to get you anywhere either. That's not real. People see through that. So like I said, guys, abundance, go out and get what's yours, what's ripe for the taking, in a good way. Always be nice about it. No one's going to stop you if your intentions are good. So I hope this is helping you guys and you're appreciating it. Like I said earlier, and I'm probably lamenting on this a little bit too much, but some of this is hard for me. And I'm glad that you guys are sticking with it if you are. Because you take it with you. You store it in that brain. There's another thing. Oh man, things are just rushing to the mind right now while on camera. This is just amazing. Okay, so you only have a certain amount of capacity in your brain. So to achieve new what I want to say, matter, or new thoughts, new ideas, new ways of life, to insert those into the brain, you have to drop some of your old crap that you got in there. Or maybe it's good, but it's not as good as where you want to be. So here's the stuff that you got. It's like mid-level. It's like C. Maybe it's a B plus. Maybe you're boss. Maybe it's like an A minus. But you try to get that next level, and you're already filling your brain with like some next level stuff, right? Like you can only hold so much in there. So you're gonna have to drop some of that other stuff. Maybe drop some time doing some stuff you don't want, maybe some friends. You never know what it is. But it's all gonna come down to what do you have stored in your mind and how are you taking that with you every day and what are you implementing your actions on. So guys, remember whatever that is, whatever that may be, whatever you're trying to go out and reach for, it's out there and you're the only one stopping you. I'm serious, you're the only one stopping you. No matter how much you want to blame other people for your actions, you start being super accountable, you're going to realize, hey, you know what? That was my fault. You know what? This didn't get done, and it may be, I mean, you may think, like, your first instinct may be like, you know, Sally should have done this, Joe should have done that, and that would have made it how it should have been for me. But you can't go in with that because you gotta think, okay, things are the way they are, people are acting the way they are, things are that way. So what am I gonna do about it? Like, you just take the matters into your own hands. And I dropped another video on gratitude a couple weeks back. I'm gonna leave that in the description if you haven't seen that. But that video also talks about gratitude and how if you can take the gratitude and then apply it. So you're thinking, oh wow, I already have this, I already have that. I'm already super grateful for what I have. And that makes you feel better about those things and it makes you hungry to get things that you could have, but you gotta put in the work. Okay, so I wanna leave you guys with that. If there's something that you think I missed about abundance, in which I probably did, because there's so much, and accountability, I'll be making a video on that. These things, take it with you guys. Come on, be that 10%. Be that 10% that takes the stuff they hear, that they deem reputable, that they think, you know what, this may make a difference in my life. They believe it and they go implement it and they act upon it. So be that 10%. Don't be the 90 that just sits there and they're like, yeah, that's some good stuff. Get off my bed. And they're like, get out of. Wrapping up this video, guys, I hope you enjoyed what I've had to say today. I hope you can apply it to your life. I hope it's helpful. And I hope you guys are gonna crush November because you know what? Why not? 2 months left in 2018. Don't say I'm gonna start tomorrow. Don't say I'm gonna start December. Don't say oh, I'm gonna wait till the new year. Nah, start right now. Here's a cliche saying that you may or may not have heard. You know when the best time to plant a tree is? 40 years ago. Because then it would already have blossomed and it'll already be 40 years tall. Let's say it was like a big old oak tree or some stuff. Then you know, 40 years ago, that would have been the great time to plant that tree. But you know what? The second best time is now, because every second you wait is another second that tree is not growing. So whatever you're trying to do, whatever your start is, wherever your foundation is, wherever you come from, the best time to start is right now. And don't let the fear of there's too much out there, there's something similar. Don't let that fear get into your head, guys, because I've done that. I've been there. Sometimes I still do. But we're trying to overcome, we're trying to get better, we're trying to move up, we're going up, and that's what this channel is about. So guys, thank you so much. If you liked the video, if it did help you, let's try to get it to 10 likes. Or you know what, we did 10 likes on the last video. I think we got past 10 likes, so let's try to get this one to 15. That would be legendary, and that would help me a lot, and that would make me happy. But if we don't get there, I'm not gonna complain because everything does work out in the end if you're doing the work and you're putting the time in. So we'll see you guys next week at the latest. I know October, I said I was posting 2 times a month, and that fallacy did that did turn out to be a fallacy, as I don't think I did post twice in 1 week. So that I still need to hit, and I'm not gonna BS that because I need to get that. So yeah, guys, please like and subscribe, turn on notifications, because I'm going to be coming at you with stuff you're not going to miss. It's worth your time. Take it, store it, and then further develop it on your own, guys. So I appreciate you all for looking, watching. Thank you, and have a beast day. Beast your day up, guys. Peace.